Create transitions when moving from one idea to another, and create a strong opening and conclusion. And this, Eric, is 5 to 7 minutes.
Thank you.
So without further ado, it is my pleasure to welcome up Rob.
Good evening, Toastmasters and fellow Toastmasters and guests in attendance tonight. Today we are going to be talking about overcoming fear. Does anybody here know where fear comes from? Fear comes from one of our greatest gifts as being human beings, our imagination. Our imagination is extremely powerful, more powerful than some may realize. Are you aware that you can hear and see with your imagination? Without the use of your eyes and ears, you can hear and see with your imagination. Right now, if I told you to think of your favorite song, you can actually hear it playing. Nobody else around you can hear it, but you can actually hear it playing. Our imagination is the foundation of all of our creations, even the ones that are not so good, such as fear. Fear is nothing more than a negative prediction of the future. What you think can happen or will happen that's not in your favor. They may often frighten you or scare you. And when it comes to being scared, who knows how to scare you more than you? I mean, I can stand up here and say things that I think might scare you, but nobody really knows how to get your heart pumping and your adrenaline racing quite like you. And unfortunately, when it comes to these negative predictions, they also come with an image. You can see yourself failing that test that you studied so hard for. You can see your family disapproving of your life decisions. In this way, we are much like movie directors and movie producers, creating horror films, but we're not getting paid for them. We're not making any money. Yet, we play them over and over again, making each ending worse than the last. What if I go up there and nobody likes me? What if I go up there and nobody likes me and somebody throws something at me? Oh my God, that would be humiliating. Well, how do we overcome this fear? That's what we're here to find out, right? How do we overcome this fear? We overcome this fear by simply being aware. Being aware that we are in control, that we are the producer, that we are the director. Out of all the things that you can't control through the daily basis of your normal life, wouldn't it be nice to control one thing that you can? Your mind? And you can do that by simply being aware. Some may say, well, how do I become more aware? Or how do I become aware at all? By gauging your emotions. How do you feel? Are you feeling happy, nervous, excited? How you feel is the best indicator of what's going on up here. Emotion. What's emotion? Energy and motion. One more time. Energy and motion. What you're feeling here, what you're thinking here, you're going to express here. That's why often if you're thinking, oh, I'm having a horrible day, everything's going wrong, somebody might come up to you and say, what's wrong? You don't seem yourself. You seem a little down. And that's because it's no longer just here, but you're expressing it here. Well, the next time you get that negative image or that negative thought, cut. Change the scene. Change the actors. Change the setting. Place yourself on a beach where you're walking with soft sand under your feet. Place yourself on a mountaintop claiming your victory. Make yourself a king or a queen. Change the genre. Make it a comedy. Make it a romance. Make it a thriller. Whatever you decide. After all, you are in control. Steve Jobs often used this method before introducing his new big ideas to the world. He would stand there and he would envision the crowd going crazy. The crowd clapping and applauding and accepting all of his new ideals. Well, we too use this method, but we often use it against ourselves. We think about all the negative that can happen, all the things that can go wrong, everything that can go horribly bad, and that's what we focus on. Well, I'm challenging you today to make a new movie for yourself, one that's empowering, one where you're victorious at the end, one where you're successful. instead of another movie where you're the victim and everything goes wrong and everything doesn't play out the way that you want it to. So today, I challenge you guys to make a new movie. Make one where you're successful, you're a winner, and everything goes right. Because after all, you are in control. You have complete control over what goes on up here. All you have to do is stop for a second and be aware. Be aware of what you're creating. So, what will you create today? Toastmaster?
Thank you, Robert. I